Hello, everybody. Jack finally gets hitched, and oh man, the Game Master is back. Okay, everyone, zero reviews here. Samurai Jack was kind of meh for me this week. It was a nice fillerish episode where we get to see like a very standalone-ish episode aside from developing one fact. Overall, pretty good. Not much to really say on the episode because it's basically Ashi and Jack traveling together through a desert, and they're very awkward about it because now that Jack's back to normal, he can think normally, and Ashi's been, normal for a while. They start to develop, feelings for each other and stuff, and at first I thought it was going to be like a father-daughter thing, but to be honest, Jack really does need a girl in his life. Just saying. Like being stuck in the past. This actually reminds me of when Aku kind of disguised himself as a woman, and there was like tones of romantic subplot and stuff. But this time it doesn't end with Aku being all like, "Ha ha ha! I fooled you, samurai," and then flies off. And yeah, basically the episode basically follows them. They're going on this ride. A bunch of tiger assassins try to kill them. Then they get to the ship after a sandstorm hits while they were, traveling, and they enter inside. And these like slug creatures form together, and they like devour shit and stuff. And Jack and Ashi have to defeat it. They eventually defeat it, they eventually defeat it, and at the end, Jack and Ashi, they share a kiss. While, what's the song that plays? We don't get the usual, whatcha, kind of thing. We get, what was it? Oh, Everybody Loves Somebody. From, Dean Martin. That starts playing and stuff. And so, yeah, Ashi and Jack, the ship has formed inside of a literal ship. Oh, jeez. So, yeah, overall, meh episode. The ending kind of caught me off guard. I'm all like, oh, romance. Looking back on it, I did see it coming because they were developing some kind of relationship. I just didn't know if Gendy was going to keep it as a father-daughter kind of thing or just friends. But, Jack deserves a woman. And Tumblr is so mad at this right now because their one true ship of Johnny Bravo X Samurai Jack will never come true anymore. That's an actual thing. That is your new news for today. So yeah, there's not much to really say on on this episode. Really, it's self-explanatory. It's just a fillerish episode that shows Jack and Ashi getting closer until they finally make the decision and become a couple. Yeah, there's a lot more happening on Kamen Rider this week. The group's trying to figure out how exactly to turn the situation in their favor without using the stuff that Poppy brought back, because they're all like, okay, Kuroto planted it there, it's not that old, even though you saw it in your memories or whatever. There's no way that this isn't a plan of sorts from Kuroto or whatever. They're all like, it's dangerous, you should not be trying to even do that. So that's the basic thing. They go and try to they go and try to deal with a bug patient that pops up. Turns out it's it's Motors harassing a ride player, and everyone's confused, but Poppy and Nico are all like, okay boys, it's all like, this is a small fry, leave it to us. And so we get a double girl henshin finally, and they rush in, beat up Motors. Motors, despite having no bike, still manages to speed off. And I kind of find it funny that the reprogramming hasn't been taken away despite him being put into Kamen Rider Chronicle. You'd think that would kind of fade off, but I guess it doesn't, which makes sense. So yeah, he just has like the bike handle, and then he just like drives off, and yeah, that's motors. Or not paradox. Now Emu shows up. He shows up. He's all like, "Hey guys, I managed to escape," and then it's all like, "It's so glad to see my pals again." And he uses ore in his speech, and Emu usually says boku when referring to himself, and everyone's all like, "Ore? That's Parad," and I'm all like, "Oh my goodness, you guys have figured out the subtle hints and shit," and I'm all like, "Yes, that's great." So Snipe and Brave go level 5 Drago Knight Hunter together, like the blade and the gun things. They do that. Nico charges in, Poppy charges in, and they're all fighting. Paradox, level 99 wrecks their shit as a result, and he's about to kill Poppy when Emu's all like, he's all like, "Stop it!" And Emu overcomes like the Bugster virus symptoms he was having last episode and the entire episode, because like his resolve is more firm now. So it eventually goes with Emu telling Taiga and Nico, "Clear Kamen Rider Chronicle, Poppy, just stay behind. I don't need you getting in the way, so I can go all out against Parad, and then Hero to take care of the Bugster patient that Moto's infected." So we get an off-screen fight with Tattle Fantasy, off-screen fight with Goton and Vernier from Jet Combat and Gekitotsu Robots, the two what's it called? The two Bugsters being defeated off-screen, and Nico getting 2 more Gashat trophies, bringing the count up to 5, I believe that she has. Yeah, 5. So what's it called? There's that, and she basically convinces Taiga to go to where Emu and Parad are fighting. So it's the perfect chance, hopefully catch Parad off guard and stuff, so that she can beat him and claim his Gashat trophy. And then what's it called? Hero, he saves the patient, and the patient's all like, "Man, it was really hard, like, fighting with game disease. I didn't think it would be." And Hero realizes, shit, the intern is, he's still a patient in a way. Why did I let myself, get talked into that? So both of them go to rush to assist Emu. Emu and Parad have a really, really good fight. Like, there was some, like, good moments. Frickin' Emu air throws Parad in the air and then, like, swings him down and slams him into the ground. It's a really good fight. I can't describe it all. It just works so well. And, Parad's all, like, getting worked up. It's all like, "This is the final battle between, human and Bugster. This is the decisive one," and blah, blah, blah. And eventually, Emu loses because, even though they're max level, Parad is the genius gamer in a sense. Emu only has those remnants with him. Parad is full-on genius gamer, so that's why. Which I'm assuming Hyper Muteki is going to help alleviate in terms of the power gap. That being said, though, it would be really nice to see an episode where Nico just drags Emu to an arcade and they just start, he just starts retraining him and starts, making him the genius gamer M again without, Parad's influence. So Parad's gonna kill Emu because, he's all like, "This is the bad ending that the loser gets." And then guess who shows up? Poppy announces Kamen Rider Genmu level 0 after Genmu shows up and shoots Parad in the back. And, everyone's all like, "Wait, Genmu? No, the suit's different." And then our Lord and Savior, the Game Master, Dan Kuroto, comes back. And he's all like, "Oh, Parrot, it looks like you're having so much fun. Why didn't you invite me, the Game Master? And so they have like a little scuffle, and it's fun, and it looks like Kuroto has lost the ability to figure out how to fight because he's just like flopping all over the place, like he doesn't know what to do, and it's great. But Parrot gets bored, and he's all like, "Okay, Emu, we're going." And he tries to possess Emu again, but he can't. And Dan's all like, "It's useless. You can't possess Emu right now." And Poppy's all like, the Genmu Level Zero's game area, it suppresses bugster abilities. So Parrot can't use his connection with Emu to possess him while, Dan's on the field. This reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, so, what's it called? They all go back to the CR, and, Dan's all, like, hamming it up, while Poppy explains that, she tried to use Mighty Action X, the proto-origin version, but, it didn't work, so she went inside the game to check what was up with it. So she ends up finding a lone bugster, and she sees a flash of Dan. So she puts the gamer driver on it, and it becomes a very glitched up version of Dan who has this really cool outfit that's just like, it has like Mighty on it, like Game Master, all these glitches just like taped on, and it's hilarious. It's a great outfit. I wish he kind of kept it. So, she's like trying to get through to him, and he's just like going all on and on like a robot. So like, I am immortal, or I will live forever, blah blah blah. Like he keeps saying it in a monotone voice, and she puts in the gashot, and then like he finally gets his old hamminess back, and he's all like, yes, I did it, I cheated death and stuff, and it's great. So yeah, Dan's back. He's all like, you will not. It's like, now that the Game Master is back, I will take my place as a Ga, and he gets cut off because now that he's a bugster, he goes by the same rules that bugsters do. As a result, he can be sucked into the Buggle Driver by Poppy, and that is hilarious. Just seeing him all like in the screen trying to get out. He's all like, "Let me out! You can't do this!" And so yeah, overall, really good episode. We had some really good fights in this episode. Dan the Man returning was great, because I think this is like some kind of proxy program of him, so the ham is even more ridiculous, and also it's just fun to see the semi-original Genmu suit do like the exaggerated motions that Dan does, which is, Dan has the best faces and movements, okay? I'm just saying that right now. Next episode, it looks like we're going to get a Dan and Emu team up. For how long? I have no clue, but here's hoping we get something good out of it. Because we got 2 Ex-Aids versus Paradox level 99. I'm curious as to how that's going to go. So, yeah. Overall, really good episode. Jack was but it was a filler-ish episode. I can appreciate that it's a standalone episode we got to see again after all this time. And so, other than that, Ex-Aid was really good this week. A bit of a shorter video this week, but I didn't really have much to say on either of them because there wasn't too much of a revelation on either of them. But, yeah. Overall, still a good week. I'm Zero, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.